stomach, fumbles the ball, picked up by Kansas City. 25-20, 15-10, 5. Welcome home, Isaiah Pacheco. It is good, good, good. Who got him? Chris Jones got him. Mahomes looks that way. He's going to go wide open left side. Kelsey, touchdown. Well, welcome to Las Vegas. Last time we were here, won Super Bowl 58, but this feels pretty good too. To beat the Raiders 27-20 to stay unbeaten. Mitch Holthus with you along with Matt McMullen. Two of the best goal-to-go stands you'll ever see unless you watch the Atlanta tape.
All right, I say this every single week now. This is the best defense in the NFL. They still don't get the credit they deserve, but what a performance by these guys here today. We'll talk about it over the course of our show. But the two stands on short fields. I mean, the Raiders get the ball at the 28-yard line. They only get 14 yards, settle for a field goal. And then early in the third quarter, they get the ball at the 3-yard line. They gain -5 yards and get no points. This defense gets the game ball for me for this one.
Oh, yeah, and I'm going to go through the litany of guys who were involved in those two goal line stands, because that's what's impressive when you hear all of those names. But also impressive is Big Red every week at the podium. Let's go there now.
Appreciate our fans and the support that we had from them today. It's always good when you go on the road, you're able to have all that red up there. Couple of things on the injury front. Najee Johnson has a concussion, and then Jody Fortson hurt his right knee. We'll do some work on that, see what that is. Other than that, we're pretty good. Pat got his ankle rolled up on a little bit, but he was fine as it went on. I thought defensively we really stepped up with the five sacks. I thought Pennell, Drew, Nick Bolton, I thought those guys played really well, exceptional throughout the day. And I'm neglecting the rest of the guys who I thought also played well, but I thought we did a nice job defensively. Offensively, there were some real good things that took place. Pat had a nice day, 27 of 38 for over 250 yards, which a couple TDs thrown in there, which was a positive. Trav had a big day, 10 receptions for 90 yards, and it was good to get DeAndre in there in the limited reps that he had in practice. Couple catches, one on third down, which was a big catch for us. Kareem was 21 of 59, I believe it was, and there wasn't a lot of room in there, but that's okay. He pounds it in there, and normally he's going forward, so that's a good thing. And then we're on third downs. We're 12 of 16 in the red zone, 3 for 4. So those are always good stats to throw out there when they're positive. Time's yours.
Andy, how did you think Hopkins looked when he got?
Yeah, listen, I thought it was good. He wanted to be in there, which is a positive, and I understand. So he'll get more chances the next game. No, it was about that. He was in on a few runs and a few of the passes.
Andy, what did you say you had that kind of goal line stand, and what are the things beyond just
Yeah, unbelievable. Offensively, we put the defense in a bad position, but we held up. As a defense, we came out and put our foot down and did a nice job there. And that was important. No, well, listen, I thought Pat had a good day. I thought the guys were running good routes. The protection was good. When it wasn't, he moved around and made some plays. So I think Nags had a great plan on third down. And, that's the guys believe in what we're doing there, and that's a positive thing. Yeah, no, they do a good job. Their head coach likes to play us. And those guys, they get fired up, and I'm glad our guys were able to answer it. Okay, good, thanks.
He's had a lot of great games, but I'm not sure there's been one like this. George Karlaftis, play after play after play. Let's start with the two goal-to-go stands. 2 possessions, they get 3 points. How'd you guys do it?
After that sudden change, we knew what we had to do.
when the offense is down, we got to have their backs and vice versa, So we know what we had to do, and we did that, It's we take pride in being able to stop them no matter what. We had a situation, if you go back to the Cincinnati game, where we didn't stop them. We had them on a fourth down, and we didn't get a stop. So being able to get that stop, that was huge for us.
How much the 2 stops against Atlanta? It was almost the same thing. How much does that help your mindset and your confidence?
It's huge, And shout out to Terry Braden, man. He's short yardage, goal line. He's our specialist. I mean, shout out to all the coaches, really. But TB, man, he takes charge in the short yardage, the goal line situation. So just happy for all of our guys who play together as a unit.
I call him the Red Tail. I think he went to Tuskegee. Yeah, all right. So he's the Red Tail. Let's go back to a play earlier, and if you find this on the video, you'll find it, because it looks like the Raiders, who went down the field for a touchdown on their first drive, are going to get a second one. You were able to tip a pass, and it looked like a tunnel screen that was going to go for a touchdown. Walk us through that play and what you saw.
Honestly, I just reacted to my key. As a defensive lineman, that's a lot. It's a very instinctual position. So I just reacted to my key. I just went, I saw the ball. At the time, I thought I could have maybe picked it and made a real impact. But, getting them to stop, getting the stop was huge, too.
Jacoby Myers is frustrating, dancing up and down because he knew it was going to be a touchdown. But just the mindset of this defense overall, and to keep playing, because, they hit you in the mouth early in this game. What did you do to kind of turn the tide outside of the 2 goal-to-go plays?
That's something we got to improve. We've been better about it the past couple weeks, but, just as a whole starting a little faster, as a unit, as a defense. But we're at our best when we play together, when we play as a unit. We love playing with each other. We love our coaches, and, it's kind of all just one big family as a defense, so it's a lot of fun.
But I just kept a log of all the guys who made plays in those 2 goals. It was almost everybody.
Everybody.
How much you guys help each other in that regard, and how much can that be underrated by a fan?
For our defense and for our team, really, it's all like one big family. And that's awesome. It's really special, because we've had a core group of guys that have been together for quite some time now. It's awesome. I love playing with the guys next to me, and it's just so much fun.
But how much of part of that, you've played in big games with these guys. Yeah. You guys are like young veterans that have played in the biggest stages. How much of that experience helps you in games like this?
Of course, when you've played in Super Bowls, you've had everything on the line, really. Playing something like that, okay, kind of what's expected. You've worked those situations over and over and over again. I think testament to the guys, obviously, for doing it, but really our coaches too. Coach Spags, Coach Cullen, everybody that's involved, really, because they prepare us for those situations, and we ultimately go out there and execute.
Okay, try to find the all-22 this week and watch 56 get all over the field. George Karlaftis, incredible game.
Thank you.
After the interception, you try to talk to the defense on the way out the field?
I did not, but those guys stepped up to the challenge. Obviously, put them in a terrible position off the tip pick, and so I think that not only them getting that stop, I think it just flipped the momentum of the entire game. They kind of came back in that second half and were firing on all cylinders. And so for them to get that stop and then for us to have that long drive, I think it ended in the field goal, but it just kind of switched the momentum, and then we were able to kind of get the win from there.
Can you describe the emotion after the 4-down stop? That feeling for everybody? Like?
Yeah, it's big time because, I think it was the ball was on like the 3-yard line. A couple times it was on the 1. And for them to not just let up. It's easy in that situation to just let them kind of get in the end zone just because it's not really on them. It's on the offense to put them in position, but they stood their ground. They went up there and said that they're going to make them earn it. They're going to make them earn every single yard, and the defense made a big-time stop, and we were able to carry that momentum into a win.
How do you feel like
I thought he did a great job. Obviously, third down, he had the big catch early in the game, and then he had a couple other big plays. I missed him on the 1 corner route early, but still got open. And then as I looked back at the tablet, there's a couple times where in man coverage, he was just really working and winning. Even the touchdown to Trav, I threw. If you look back on his side, he's open too for a touchdown there. And so now that you see that. Obviously I know the type of player he is, but you see that on the field. It shows that if they're going to play man coverage against him, he's going to get open, and I have to give him the chances to go out there and make plays. Yeah, honestly, it's high level stuff. Just because it was zone coverage. They kind of were in the right spot. He pulled up in the right window. Stuff you see Trav do a lot. You see Juju do a lot. And I was able to throw the ball. And I've kind of talked about a little bit. He has good body language and he runs routes. And so you can kind of tell what he's going to do before he does it. And so we'd only practice that play, I think, once, maybe twice. And for third down in that situation, for him to run it and be in the right position, it shows that he's going to fit in perfectly in this offense. I think guys just did their job. I don't think it was one or another. I mean, we ran it sometimes. I ran it sometimes. We threw the ball when we needed to throw the ball. That defense has a lot of different coverages, and guys were able to recognize the coverages and execute at a high level. And then, I mean, I thought we played a pretty good football game offensively. Obviously, the pick hurt us there in the second half. But other than that, I thought guys did a good job. We got to clean up some of the penalties, the turnovers, obviously. But I think we're building and going in the right direction. Yeah, I mean, just being able to find guys, getting them open in windows, make the throws. I thought guys came in with the right mindset. I think now if we can just kind of connect on some of those deeper passes downfield, that'll really expand the zones that the teams are playing against us. And I felt good about how we played today. They have a good defense, and I thought we did a good job executing at a high level and getting the win at the end of the day. Yeah, no, I mean, it's a rivalry. It goes back further than anyone on that football field. It's no matter what the records are, you come into this football game, you know it's going to be a fight. You know it's going to be a fight every single snap. There's going to be no give up. And they have a lot of guys on that team that have a lot of pride in playing at home and playing in this stadium. And so we did a good job of executing. They made some plays, we made some plays, and at the end of the day, we found a way to get a win. Yeah, Chiefs Kingdom travels well. I mean, everywhere. But they've done a great job of traveling here to Vegas, and it's exciting to see whenever you can get into a stadium and you're in an opponent stadium. You just see red everywhere, and it shows the support that we have and we've gotten throughout my entire career. And it's a special place, and I don't take it for granted because it costs money to travel, it costs money to come to games, and people want to show that they support us, and we're going to show that same support to them when we're in the community. Not at all. I mean, he's like the least. I guess you ask anyone on the team, they'd want to score Travis to score a touchdown more than he would want to score a touchdown. That's just the type of guy he is. And so he was able to score the touchdown there. It was a tight window throw. He made a big time catch. He had a good game. But I don't think he mentioned National Tight End Day one time. So, I mean, he's all about ball and all about winning. I think you saw that the last game last year whenever he could have got 1,000 yards and he sat himself out even though he wanted him to play. He's just all about winning at the end of the day, and that's what makes him such a special player.
You're the first reached 30,000 passing yards in your career. What's your thoughts?
Yeah, no, it was. I didn't even know about that until after the game and them telling me. But obviously, an amazing accomplishment. It speaks to the organization I'm in. It speaks to the people that I have around me, the coaches I have around me, and the players. And it takes everybody. And I think just being able to execute and get to that milestone is awesome. But we have a lot more to do. And we've had a great start to this season. We want to keep building on that.
In a broader way about the defense, I mean, the last couple of seasons in particular, the goal line stands out, but what is it that they've done to make the team who it is now?
I think the biggest thing about the defense and about this entire team is that whenever your number's called, the guy's going to step up and make the play. And that goes for the whole entire team, but especially the defense in situations like today. I mean, they had a good drive to start the game, and our defense, we lost all the momentum, and they were able in a bad situation, and that whole entire unit stepped up when their number was called to make a big-time stop. And that's what it takes when our great football teams. It takes greatness from everybody. It can't be one guy, and that's what's made us so great for so long throughout my careers. It's not all about me. It's not all about Trav. It's about this entire team, and that's what makes it so special. Yeah, without giving away all our secrets, we knew the coverage that they were going to play, and we knew that guy was going to be going over there to get to Travis. And if he went over there enough, we were going to get back to the backside to D-Hop. So it was a good play call, and we executed and got a touchdown. I thought I could get him, man. You just never know. No, it was I was scrambling downfield. I knew I was downfield, but the guy was open. But maybe I pump fake. I wasn't gonna be able to juke him. I was like, maybe he'll jump or something. But the guy behind me got me, so I gotta be a little bit more careful with the football as I'm getting downfield. Yeah, I thought they did a great job. Obviously, like I said, we cleaned some of the penalties up, and they have a great game. I thought they did a great job pass protecting. They did a great job when we called on them in the second half to run the football. I mean, that night I think it was 19-play drive. We were just running the football, getting 5 to 6 yards of carry, and they've done a great job this entire year of being able to do that. And we're gonna keep building as an offense. Hopefully, like I said, we can hit some of these deep shots. It'll take some pressure off them to be able to run the football with lighter boxes. But whenever we call their number, they step up to the challenge, and I think that we have a lot of great guys up there that are getting better every week.
So great reaction there from the podium. The Chiefs win at 27-20 over the Raiders. Defensively, these names. This is on the 2 goal to go. It's Tranquil. It's Reed. It's Karlaftis. It's Noddy. It's Chenal. It's Karlaftis again. It's Bolton. It's Tranquil. It's Wharton. You just rarely see that in the NFL, Matt.
Yeah, it's team defense. These guys all playing as one unit. And what's really interesting is early on, we saw this Raiders offense kind of move right down the field. I mean, they ended up with 228 yards of total offense in this game. Well, their first 2 drives accounted for 120 of those yards. But listen to the rest of their drives in this one. They have drives that go for 2 yards, -1 yard, 1 yard, 14 yards, -5 yards, 7 yards, then the 70-yard touchdown at the very end. But this defense, again, just doesn't get the credit it deserves because they're consistently finding ways to smother the opposition. The Raiders couldn't run the ball at all in this game, and the run defense is really at the core of why this defense has been so successful. They held the Raiders to 33 rushing yards today. Alexander Mattison averaged 1.1 yard per carry on 14 attempts. That'll work.
He's a good back, too. He's a very good back, Alexander Mattison. Now, offensively, don't want to leave the offense out, and Travis Kelce gets a touchdown for the first time in the regular season since November the 20th of last year against Philadelphia. But it was historic. Now he and Patrick have combined for 52 touchdowns, which is 3rd in NFL history, quarterback to tight end. But a heck of a throw. But for Kelce to get going again with 10 catches for 90 yards was big.
Also 5 first down catches in this game, and 2 of those came on 3rd down. We know Travis Kelce, what he can do, and particularly with Rashee Rice no longer being a part of this offense while he's injured, Travis Kelce is going to fill that role. But Travis Kelce doesn't look very old to me. He's still doing it well against the Raiders. The Raiders definitely don't think he's old. What do you think?
Yeah. And DeAndre Hopkins, all right, 2 catches, 1 in the 2-minute offense, 1 on the opening drive. But I don't think it's a coincidence that because of D-Hop, Kelce gets 9 catches in this game, just like we said on Field Pass, and then Xavier Worthy, who gets the touchdown late to go up by 2 touchdowns. Both of those guys are going to be helped by DeAndre Hopkins.
Yeah, so 2 parts to this. D-Hop, 2 catches for 29 yards. Big catches, too. He had that catch on the 3rd play of the game on 3rd down. He's going to help us in that area a lot this season. But also a 16-yard catch at the very end of the first half made Harrison Butker's field goal just a little bit easier. So that was cool. But also, you have to respect DeAndre Hopkins when he's on the field. You can't just be like, he just got there on Thursday. We're not going to worry about him. No, it's DeAndre Hopkins. He's going to the Hall of Fame one day. And yeah, that opens things up for other players. And as DeAndre is around this offense more and more, we're going to see him integrated more in this offense as well. So sky's the limit for what we can achieve with D-Hop.
Mahomes, terrific on the 2-minute drill at the end of no timeouts, 58 seconds. He goes and gets a field goal. The fact that he's 19-1 on the road now against the AFC West is a ridiculous stat.
It's just incredible stuff. He also hits 30,000 passing yards for his career here today, fastest player in NFL history to do that. We're kind of used to all these milestones now with Patrick where it's like, 30,000 passing yards, pretty cool. But I think the record he'd care about most is the wins and the losses. And to win this game, like you said, his 19th career victory on the road against an AFC West opponent in 20 tries. That's what it's all about. And we're 7-0 now for the first time since 2013. Pretty cool.
And 7-0, the first 7-0 start by a back-to-back Super Bowl champion since the 1990 San Francisco 49ers. So there's that piece. And for teams that have started 7-0 in the last 35 years, every team made the playoffs, 30 out of 30, and 93% won the division. 6 out of the 30 won the Super Bowl. That's just how big this start has been for the Kansas City Chiefs. Some injuries in this game. The Chiefs have been able to overcome it, but the DB room gets depleted with the concussion to Najee Johnson. But we'll see where that's at with the long week getting ready for Monday Night Football a week from tomorrow night.
Yeah, it's all about next man up. So Najee Johnson can't be in there. Well, Chris Rowland-Wallace comes in. He had the interception last week and plays pretty good defense as well. You mentioned the 7-0 starts, too. We talked about this upstairs. There's some 7-0 starts in NFL history, but how many teams that have a first-place schedule go 7-0? I mean, it's just really, really impressive stuff here from the Chiefs to win divisional games on the road, to beat Baltimore, to beat Cincinnati. And look around the NFL, Baltimore lost today. They're losing ground on us. So overall, this was a great day to be a Chiefs fan.
And a great day to be a fan of this defensive football team, which again is doing in many ways unprecedented things, at least in the last several years. But again, a terrific effort to win here and continue the dominance over the AFC West.
And now we'll have a little bit extra time here to get ready for Monday Night Football. We'll be back at home finally. Feels like we haven't been at home in quite a while, but feel great, a 7-0. Let's take on the Bucs here in about a week.
Give Minshew credit. He was good in this game. We talked about on Field Pass, but he got hot. And now Baker Mayfield comes to town. Monday Night Football, and we'll be back at GEHA Field at Arrowhead Stadium, wanting to go 8-0. For Matt McMullen, I'm Mitch Holthus. Thanks for joining us with a victory here over the Raiders on Chiefs Rewind.
Chiefs Rewind is brought to you by Ford, the official car and truck of the Kansas City Chiefs, and by CommunityAmerica Credit Union, the official banking partner of the Kansas City Chiefs.